much like Duck, Oliver is a Great Western tank engine. With the help of his trusty brake van Toad, he has found his title as a really useful co-worker on Duck's branch line, though sometimes his resource and sagacity can go into his smoke box and make him conceited. At one point, he was tangled in a confrontation with some troublesome trucks, causing the Great Western engine to plummet bunker first into the turntable well. But at the end of the day, we all know that Oliver can get himself back up again with the help of teamwork, and this was one of those stories. One day, Oliver had just arrived at a nearby station to pick up some passengers when he noticed that some ladies were visibly upset. Pardon me, ladies, but what seems to be the problem?
It turns out that our old dance studio has closed down and is set for demolition in 3 days. The state officer said it's too old and dusty for us to practice for the recital. Why, it would take a miracle to give our old studio a new makeover at a cost of £20. Please help us, Oliver. You're our only saving grace.
I'll see what I can do, Oliver said kindly.
Gee, Mr. Oliver, I sure hope that things weren't quite as bad as the ladies made it out to be.
I know what you mean, Toad, but times change as we progress. Hello? What's this here? I don't believe this. As Oliver and Toad passed by an old-fashioned dance studio, they noticed a large notice that was put in place, reading in bold letters, "Danger, set to be demolished in 3 days." Seems that those ladies were right after all. All right, come on, Toad. Let's get these passengers back to Knapford, and then we'll have to meet up with the other engines back at the sheds. As soon as the news was confirmed, the Scottish twins, Donald and Douglas, were speechless. Oh my, closed down and demolished in 3 days. It's a shame, really. I honestly don't blame you, Donny. I mean, how can you practice dancing for opening night if you cannot have a studio to perform the right moves? Honestly, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, quickly, Oliver, how much does it cost? Well, £20. £20, not bad.
Indeed, and worst case scenario, we'll just have to think of a plan as quickly as possible.
All 5 agree that something must be done, but none knew what. Until Oliver said, "Now quickly, Duck, without thinking. If you were to have anything in the world right now, what do you think it would be?" More time for thinking? No. I mean like an item, like something you typically pay for. A carton full of lemons? Hey, I like what you're thinking there. Well done, Duck. That's using the old noodle. After a few decisions were made via phone call, the fat controller couldn't help but agree. Why, certainly, he smiled, and in a few moments, he added, "It shall be spick and span by the time you make the dough." At Farmer McColl's, the workers were waiting by the platform, and as soon as Oliver and Duck were coupled up, they began to fill their trucks with fresh yellow lemons. The deliveries were ready to go. Come along, you lot," Oliver said to the trucks. And the trucks answered, "Trickety-trock, trickety-trock, all right. That is better, that's better," said Oliver. At the first station, Oliver and his crew met a smartly dressed man waiting for Thomas's train. "Good afternoon, sir," smiled Oliver. "Could we interest you in a crate full of lemons?" "Ah, so we got ourselves a fruit salesman on wheels, huh?" "Well, not exactly, but you get the idea." "Well, I'm completely sold. Well, seeing as how I can take these little numbers home with me, how does $10 sound?" "Well, it seems like this campaign is just getting started. Oliver thought to himself. Soon enough, things were sailing rather smoothly for the two engines. As soon as more deliveries were made, they're each rewarded with a single bill. Tunnels and stations flashed by, and even signal lights showed green as they passed. The journey went on and on until it was naturally time for a breather. Later that day, Duck and Oliver's crew were sitting on a table enjoying their meals while the two engines were parked in some empty sidings, calculating how much would be added up to, adjusted for inflation in 1974. I don't think that's enough money to save the dance studio. Duck, it looks like we're going to need some heavy artillery, a new concept. I think you're right, lad. I got it. What if we convince Mr. Bubbles to be hosting a hurdy-gurdy production at the country fair? Nah, let's just save that for when it's summer, Duck. There must be something to the selling gimmick that neither of us are getting at. I mean, what was the reason that we purchased a train full of lemons? Other markets on Sodor have distributed huge successors. I mean, look at that! Oh, what's this? Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory presents the new and improved Jolly Chocolate Bar with or without almonds. Indeed, and yet they've made lower prices a day.
Excuse me, Mr. Duck. Excuse me, Mr. Oliver. I do have a suggestion. Seeing as how next month will be a scorcher, why not take the train full of lemons over to the lemonade factory? I hear tell that the workers were running fresh out.
At first, Duck was very skeptical of the idea until he said, "You know, that's actually a solid idea, Toad." "It is? Of course. I mean, what's the point of cooling off during a hot summer's day if you cannot have a nice and cold refreshment?" Oh, you know what? Why didn't we think of this idea beforehand? Come on, Duck. What do you say we get back to work? So Oliver and Duck didn't stop until they arrived safely at the lemonade factory. The workers were very pleased to see them. One by one, they began to unload the crates full of lemons from the trucks, and a few moments later, they had changed into lemonade beverages like magic. The workers reloaded them back onto the trucks, and Oliver and Duck's journey began once more. At Knapford Station, lots of people were waiting at the platform just before Gordon could arrive with the express when suddenly they heard a growing whistle sound. Arriving at the station were Oliver and Duck with their deliveries. Their drivers scrambled out of the cab immediately and proudly presented the refreshments. "That's right," they would say. "Come and get your ice-cold lemonade, only $5. No need to pout, everybody gets one." The passengers all swarmed around like happy bees as they held up their $5 bills, and it wasn't long before Gordon arrived with the express. He was surprised to see his passengers with hands full of ice-cold beverages as they climbed aboard. The next day, Oliver and Duck's drivers and firemen had enough money to help the ladies purchase the now-mended dance studio. It was as good as new. The state officer was most surprised. "Goodness gracious, I didn't think you'd go through all this trouble to make that much money just so you can help the ladies purchase an entire building like this one before." "Well, teamwork is our destiny," said Oliver. "What can I say?" "Well, in that case," said the state officer, "ladies, it looks like the dance studio is all yours once again." As soon as the last sentence was spoken, the ladies were very excited. They each offered Toad, Duck, and Oliver some tickets as a way of saying thank you.
We'll see you all tomorrow night.
And they were right. The night of the recital was quite a success. What do you know? Whispered Duck to Oliver. We sure were really useful engines yesterday, weren't we? Quite right, Duck. It just goes to show you how a special delivery can save another corporation. At last, the performance came to a close, resulting in a delightful chorus of cheers and whistles. To the point where even Donald and Douglas were impressed. Good job, lad. And even Oliver had to smile.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pet's the pottery that grows. And now, Scooby-Dooby-Doo! He's a Chia Pet too. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow.
Chia.
Grow a whole collection of fun with all Chia Pets, including Chia Croc, Chia Elephant, Rocky? Yes, and Chia Shaggy too. Makes a great gift for everyone. And what's that?
Chia.
Go Looney Tunes with Chia Bugs Bunny, Chia Daffy Duck, Chia Tweety, and Chia Taz. Don't forget about original Chia Pets and Chia Heads. Collect them all. Chia Pets, Chia Scooby-Doo, Chia Bugs Bunny, and Chia Daffy too. Happy holidays!
Chia.
Chia Pets, the gift that grows.
Chia Pets available at Kmart, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Eckerd, leading discount department stores, and participating Ace and True Value.
А ты хочешь попасть в лучшие развлекательные парки Европы? Найди пачку серых M&M's, и ты уже там. Серого найдешь, в Европу попадешь. А еще ты можешь выиграть мобильный. Подробности ищи на пачке.
Later.
Hi. Could I have a medium latte, please?
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Where's my latte?
Get everything faster. Sign up for Comcast high-speed internet today and get this amazing offer. At ridiculously quick speeds, it's way faster than DSL and dial-up. Sign up today and get professional installation. Just call 1-800-COMCAST. Comcast high-speed internet. It's Comcast.
Get a thrill from the cheesiest with Kraft Mac and Cheese Spirals.
Cheese Blue!
Get a thrill from the cheesiest with Kraft Mac and Cheese Spirals.
Cheese Blue!
Now Supergirl is on Underoos. She makes me feel special too.
Spider-Woman, brave and tall.
She's how I feel underneath it all. Wearing Underoos is fun. And you can choose from more than one. There's Veronica and Betty too. There's Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and Scooby-Doo. I got rid of my new wear. Yeah, something super new in underwear.
You can buy fashion underoos where you buy underwear. It's underwear that's fun to wear.
It's time to wake up. It's time to brush your teeth. And it's time to not miss a new batch of colorful animated characters featuring Petey Pig, Dougie Duck, and more in the wacky cartoon series premiere, The Bryce Bunny Show, coming real soon to Cartoon Galaxies.
Afternoon, everybody.
Now, I suppose you're basically wondering as to why we've gathered you here today on such a fine afternoon. Likely.
Personally, I think our good friend Darrow Duck might explain the situation best of all.
Thank you, Ryan. Now, as some of you may know, it's my girlfriend Dallas Duck's surprise party tomorrow. I was thinking about sending her on a trip to the Somerset Aquarium, but nothing really stood out in her opinion. Does anybody have any options?
Perhaps maybe we can send her on a trip to that big old swimming pool at the intermediate school, so that this way she could teach a bunch of swans how to swim.
That actually sounds kind of convincing, but she normally teaches the swans some swimming lessons on Tuesdays. Her yearly schedule. Anything else?
Excuse me, what's all the chitter-chatter I hear?
Just a second. Okay, you can come in now.
Well, boys, what you doing?
Well, we were just, debating about what show to watch on TV, yeah.
Actually, we were just figuring out what to give you for your surprise party.
Dakota, you're blowing the cover!
Sorry, I just want to get it off my chest.
Oh, so you boys don't know what to get me for my surprise party tomorrow? Well, that's simple. I would like 1 sensory pineapple from the 2 Ronnie's Amusement. Unfortunately, it's only going to cost about a dozen tickets. Oh, if only I was good at playing the actual arcade games.
Well, apparently a sensory pineapple it is.
I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm sure hoping that when we get there, they don't contain those creepy animatronics like Five Nights at Freddy's, or even worse, one of those creepy children's surprise party clowns. I bet one of them had the case of the hiccups. They tried to tell a funny joke and did not fly with me. You know, I would sure love to go to that place. If only we had some money. I mean, I would know. I spend a lot of it on Olive Garden in case they're running out of breadsticks. May I help you, gentlemen?
One sensory pineapple to go, sir.
That'll be about a dozen tickets.
Sure. Now, how much is this going to cost?
A dozen tickets, sir. If you like all our price listings for items, they're underneath the table.
Well, I don't think that buying the tickets would be easy, but how much exactly?
Tickets are a game card swipe each. See for yourself, little rabbit. Talk about adjustments for inflation in 2025.
Clearly, that means that we're going to have to win those tickets if we're going to get that pineapple, without resorting to piracy, which the American government publicly despises.
That's right, Darrow. If anything, the last guy who committed a piracy act was sent to prison for 10 years straight, and all the while the guards would actually take turns doing that Three Stooges jabbing 2 fingers in the eyes thing.
Quite right, John. Hey, there's a game that I think we should take a crack at. Now, when the game begins, the faster we go, the more chances to throw all the balls we get. So we want everyone to line up and let's have some fun. Well, there you have it, sir. A dozen tickets.
What would you folks like?
One sensory pineapple to go, sir.
Now to give this to Dallas.
I don't think so, brother. You ain't giving this gift to nobody.
Excuse me?
Yeah, just who do you think you are, Buster?
What could you possibly want with a sensory pineapple?
I'm the big blue monster thing from Brave Boy. For many years, I've been kidnapping brave warriors and forcing them to do all my evil bidding. Until recently, they all escaped. So now it's up to me to do my own unspeakable crimes, knocking over Bay City jewelers and to make off with millions worth of uncut diamonds. They're inside this sensory pineapple, by the way.
Gee, I don't remember that from the Brave Boy game.
Neither do I.
Well, can't we at least have the sensory pineapple without the diamonds?
It's too late for that now, and if you punks try to get in my way once more, I'll be forced to make you my servants and give me a sponge bath.
Not on my watch. Everybody back to the van mobile. We better get that sensory pineapple back. But how do we do so?
Step aside, fellas. I'll take it from here. Hey, buddy! Give us back the sensory toy, you son of a gun!
There, little guy. You're safe with me. Well, for the time being, actually.
Well, well, well. Guess who's going to give me a sponge bath?
It's time to wake up. It's time to brush your teeth. And it's time to not miss a new batch of colorful animated characters featuring Petey Pig, Dougie Duck, and more in the wacky cartoon series premiere, The Bryce Bunny Show, coming real soon to Cartoon Galaxies.
In the not-so-distant future on a planet called Earth, it's Underoos.
Star Wars Boba Fett is here. That means Darth Vader's always near. C-3PO is lots of style. And R2-D2 just makes me smile. Star Wars Underoos are here, yeah! Something out of sight in underwear.
Don't be so ridiculous, R2. Underoos are for Earthlings.
Hey, Harry, what are you doing in this part of the ocean?
Oh, I'm just riding the current, avoiding hooks. You know, hey, is that a SpongeBob watch?
Yeah, came with my Burger King kids meal. I think it shows off my fins.
No, I was gonna say, your fins look great.
There's only one problem.
What's that?
I can't see the time.
I can tell time. It says 8:34.
Oh, jerks! I'm late for school.
For a limited time with your BK Kids meal featuring BK Fresh Apple Fries, you can get your own SpongeBob watch available in 6 designs.
I like that watch.
It's time to wake up. It's time to brush your teeth. And it's time to not miss a new batch of colorful animated characters featuring Petey Pig, Dougie Duck, and more in the wacky cartoon series premiere, The Bryce Bunny Show, coming real soon to Cartoon Galaxies.
Alright, so that's one for Rubber Wanda, another being for Macy Magma, and yet another one for Mosquito Gal.
Hey Ryan, how many more Valentine's Day cards do you think we should deliver?
Probably about 128. And by the time the 14th comes to town, all the love hearts will be spreading through the air, let me tell ya. Hey, how are we doing, Darrow?
Oh, I'm doing just fine, Ryan. This one right here is for my girlfriend, Dallas Duck. I can only imagine her going gaga over me right now.
Hey, fellas, have you seen our old pal Dakota? He's supposed to be helping us with the Valentine's Day cards. He's probably watching his favorite superhero television special, Captain Valentine?
Precisely. It's usually airing on the Inacio channel every year.
Precisely. I just think of all these people in downtown Hollywood going through all these great lengths for the sake of marketing, airing, regulating, and distributing. It all depends on the collection of titles, if you will. Worst case scenario, you would have gone through all this trouble to Netflix the thing. And wouldn't you believe it, Netflix actually used to deliver DVDs to your mailbox every hour on the hour. That is, until 2007, when it was decided that Netflix wanted to throw their hats into the ring and begin a brand new avenue. Streaming.
Huh. I guess that explains the drastic decline in DVD sales in 2023. Alright, everybody back to work.
Yes, Police Commissioner. The city is back to normal. And please, there's no need to thank me. I was just doing my typical superhero job. It's an honor to shoot some love arrows into the air so that this way, man and woman can get together in romantic fashion. Farewell, citizens. I must be on my way. There is more Valentine spreading to be done.
Wow, what a great show. Man, that Walt Disney sure knew who to parody.
Only a couple more to go, fellas. Granted, this may take about 2 days to do, but at least it will be worth it by the time we reach Friday the 14th.
Greetings, citizens.
How's it going, Bubby? Do my ears deceive me?
Dakota, what in Bob Clampett's name was that all about? I see that you are having trouble with those Valentine's Day cards that you are planning to deliver later on. So naturally, I thought maybe I might be able to lend you a helping hand.
Dakota, what's going on? What's with the weird personality?
Citizen Darrow, I'm just here to help the lot of yous on your very mission, no stress or headaches included.
Why would that be the case?
Why? Because I am Captain Valentine. So what do you say, men? Why not let me take a crack at these cards? You can never be too sure when they're finished. Now then, it's time to show what Captain Valentine can really do.
Hey, fellas, how much longer do you think Dakota will be finishing those Valentine's Day cards?
I'm not too sure.
Only time will tell. Yeah, I guess. But I have this weird hunch that he may suffer a major burnout by the time he's finished.
Wow, what a delightful environment! Woohoo! I must be dreaming, but who knows? All the love hearts are spreading through the air. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And just what do you think you're doing? What in the world? Hey, you're me! Nah, I don't think so. Captain Valentine only serves for love, romance, and justice. Look at you. You'll suffer a major burnout by the time you're finished. Oh, God, I think you might be right. Oh, my brain hurts. Oh, God. Oh, my brain hurts.
Hey, Dakota! Dakota! Wake up, buddy! Well, it looks like somebody had a bad dream.
Indeed, I did have a nightmare. It's giving me a major migraine. Well, I don't think it's the dream that's giving you a headache. I mean, take a good look. You got these babies completed and raring to go. Well, I only did it because I wanted to make the deliveries much easier than expected.
Well, I wouldn't say that you have superpowers, Dakota, but at least you were proven to be really useful.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, Ryan. I guess I've learned the moral of this week's video. It's not too good to overwork day and night with no breaks.
You got that right. Well, we better get these cards delivered ASAP.
And we'll help too.
Hiya, ladies.
Greetings, citizens. Happy Valentine's Day.
The same to you as well. Well, now I've seen everything.
فايز اعمل لك معايا سندوتش جبنه.
جاي.
You know, It just seemed to me that everybody wanted to be the Cadbury bunny because he only delivers Cadbury cream eggs. While others may keep trying, though. No bunny knows Easter better than Cadbury.
$6 your way deal at BK. All your taste buds will say hooray. And for just $6, your wallet will too. When hunger calls, you know what to do. At BK, have it your way.
Wanda, pick me up. I'm gonna jump again.
Don't do it. You're not gonna make it this time.
Here goes.
I sure hope that dress has a lot of padding.
Save on 3 rooms of carpet for only $399. That's 40 square yards of stain-resistant carpet installed with half-inch pad for only $399. So for rich man's carpet at a working man's price, visit Carpet and Tile Bargains in Hazelwood,
Veterans Carpet in Collinsville,
and Rothman's Carpet Outlet in Fairview Heights.
They became both the best of pals and Hollywood legends.
Precisely, especially considering that the last 2 employees didn't exactly make the possible delivery.
Now, they're going to showcase to you some of their famous bits and the moments from their film successors. Join Darrow Duck, Dakota and Richard, Winford Wolfe, and more in the Inacio Studios original series, The Ryan and Johnny Comedy Show.
Good morning, America, and welcome one and all to Fall River's annual Comic Convention presidential election. Up until now, not a single soul has challenged longtime Fall River Comic Con president Piper Pickle to this legendary title of the year. I mean, why wouldn't they? However, all of that is about to change, as a new arrival has yet to enter the ring. What do you say we head down to the debate to see which of our candidates will claim the title as president of the Fall River Comic Convention? Introducing longtime Fall River Comic Con president Piper Pickle.
Hey, everybody. It's good to be here. Let us get this show on the road.
And for the first time ever, put your hands together for our second rival candidate and talking steam train, Everett.
Huh? What the? I don't understand. How did I get here? What am I doing?
Now, as you can see, our audiences have been anticipating this for quite some time. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the questions, shall we? Miss Piper Pickle, how do you plan to secure your followers' votes once again?
Same way I always do. Vlogging on my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Patreon. That's the Piper Pickle way.
Fair point. And how do you plan to secure the vote, Mr. Everett?
I still don't know how I got here.
All right, Miss Piper Pickle, how do you plan to expand the role of becoming leader of our annual comic convention?
Well, my popularity has been growing. Heck, I should even have my own motion picture being made after I've been voted president. I mean, just ask all of my followers on Twitter. They'll be sure to give me good compliments no matter what I do.
Well, that's good enough for me. And how about you, Mr. Everett?
Sorry, but what was the question again?
How do you plan to expand the role of becoming leader of our annual comic convention?
Can you speak up? I think my non-existent ears feel a little funny.
How do you plan to expand the role of becoming leader of our annual comic convention?
Sorry. One more time.
How do you plan to expand the role of becoming leader of our annual comic convention?
Well, I guess this could take a while.
Ugh, Father of God.
And now for our final question. Miss Piper Pickle, how do you plan to combat the continuation of the flu season issue in the blink of an eye?
Trust me, if you vote for me, I'll be sure to demolish any form of illness that moves.
Beep, Piper, take precautions.
I think I know when I need it. So why don't you clowns just buzz off?
Well, what about you, Mr. Everett?
Well, perhaps maybe an apple a day, chicken soup, and a visit from your local nurse every once a week.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have. It's time to vote. The votes are in. And the winner is... our last second candidate, Charlie.
I can't believe this. How could I lose?
Just as I expected. Looks like that pickle costume is giving you severe allergies.
Stop writing those big checks to the phone company. Comcast Digital Voice gives you unlimited local and long distance with 12 popular calling features plus voicemail, all for just $39.95 a month. So you save more than 28% over Verizon. Comcast Digital Voice. It's Comcastic. Call now for this great offer. Call 1-800-COMCAST.
All right, everybody, so this St. Patrick's Day, we shall have to come up with fresh concepts and think green thoughts, in addition to make green M&Ms more advertisable. Do we have any volunteers for the task at hand?
What? What is everybody staring at me for? At least you get this part every year.
Thomas, the cheeky, fussy little engine, and his pals from Shining Time Station could be rolling down the track at your house now. From the island of Sodor, there's faithful Edward, distinguished James, helpful Toby, and proud Gordon, heading for the station on schedule again. Noisy Harold, the helicopter, he's here too. And you can wave to Sir Topham Hatt as you roll through.
Ertl makes a whole world of Thomas in sturdy die-cast metal, along with playsets complete from tracks to town. Shining Time Stations, Thomas the Tank Engine, and friends.
Yeah.
They became both the best of pals and Hollywood legends.
Precisely, especially considering that the last two employees didn't exactly make the possible delivery.
Now, they're going to showcase to you some of their famous bits and the moments from their film successors. Join Darrow Duck, Dakota and Richard, Winfred Wolf, and more in the Inacio Studios original series, The Ryan and Johnny Comedy Show.
I've got some big news for you. Okay, so what is it, Tubia? I've been assigned for an audition for the upcoming opera show tonight. Isn't that exciting? Hey, that is very great news. Aye, indeed, me lad. Congratulations, Tubia. Say, who do you think made the announcements just this morning? Why, she goes by the name of Big Red Rosy Hood. But between you and me, I think I need to practice so I don't embarrass her. Does anybody know the way?
An opera show, eh? In that case, Princess Balloonia, I would like you to take Tubia out back and become her instructor so she can practice.
As you wish, my queen. All right, Tubia, let's just cut down to the chase. If you're going to sound like a professional opera singer, looks like you're going to have to borrow one of these, especially if it helps you sing authentically. Now watch closely. she's here! Big Red Rosy Hood!
Yes, it's me. Don't wear it out. Also, I couldn't help myself but hear such wonderful music. I wonder where it's coming from. Yes, oh yes, I knew I'd recognize that singing from somewhere. Surely we could use you for our upcoming opera show. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a big hit.
Wow, you mean it? Why, thank you, Miss Rosy Hood. Now, on one condition, do you think I can take my friends with me to the opera show? Why, they'd be quite excited to see my glorious performance.
Of course you can bring your friends with you. All the tickets are available.
I taught her everything she knows.
It was a glorious day on the island of Sodor. All of the engines wanted to get their work done quickly, as some very important visitors were coming to take a tour around town, specifically to have the engine's pictures taken on television. They were, of course, the ones most excited. One day, Edward was at Tidmouth's sheds where he lived with the other engines. They were all debating as to who the Fat Controller was going to send who to pick up the special VIP. You know, I sure would love to take the Television Express, just for one day. Unfortunately, I keep getting reminded of the consequences from the three of you claiming how old and disheveled I am.
You got that right, little Edward. I suppose what this television idol needs is a proud and strong engine with a regal appearance and can pull the Wild Nor'wester in style.
I hate to break the news to you, Gordon, but that regal appearance of yours would be nothing compared to an engine with some shiny paintwork. I hear the ladies dig the color red.
Why, that's nothing, really. With the help of some Welsh coal, I can improve my strength to pull a heavy train just as much as any other engine on the island. As the debating continued, poor Edward felt sorry for himself when the Fat Controller arrived.
Good morning, everybody. Now, as some of you may know, longtime BBC News reporter Mindy Simpson is on her way to Sodor to climb aboard the Television Express. I shall require only one engine to show her the sights of the island. Now, which one to choose? Well, what about Edward?
Wait, you really mean it? Thank you, sir. That will be a nice change.
That's a good engine. Off you go now, Edward.
So the fireman built up his fire, made lots of steam, and Edward chuffed happily away. The other engines were very cross for being left behind. When Edward arrived at Knapford Station, he was so excited to see Mindy Simpson, but she wasn't there yet. At last, he came across what looked like a smartly dressed lady carrying a motion picture camera. Excuse me, madam, but are you Mindy Simpson?
Well, yes. Yes, I am.
The Mindy Simpson?
Yes, sirree. And I assume that you must be Edward.
The one and only. Most of the other engines say that I'm old and disheveled, but that doesn't stop me from being really useful. If anything, the most known job that I've ever done was helping Gordon up the hill whenever he's stuck.
How incredibly interesting. Well, I have come here to record a tour around the island of Sodor. Care to show me the sights?
Of course, madam. All aboard. I'll be back in a jiffy. So Edward chuffed out of the way as Percy was getting his coaches ready for action. Afternoon, Edward. Afternoon, Thomas.
Now our next stop is brought to you by a branch line featuring everyone's favorite #1 engine, particularly an LB and SCR Billington E2 class with extended side tanks named Thomas.
Yep, that's me. Don't wear it out. Oops, that's the guard's whistle. Best be off. Cheerio. The Fat Controller was enjoying his tea and iced bun when the telephone rang. Hello. What's that you say? Edward's back at Knapford already? Well, all right. I'll attend to the matter immediately. Goodbye. At the station, the Fat Controller arrived on the scene to see what was the matter.
Well, sir, it turns out that the pictures of all the engines on Sodor were fully developed. Let me tell you something. The boys back at the BBC network will never believe this, especially when the program is about to premiere.
The Fat Controller smiled. Well done, Edward. You are a really useful engine. That night at Tidmouth's sheds, Edward was alone with Henry, Gordon, and James. They were, of course, watching the premiere of the broadcast that was filmed earlier.
I'm here live on the scene at Knapford Station for the BBC premiere tour of the Island of Sodor, featuring Thomas the Tank Engine and all of his friends, and also to honor the 40th anniversary of the television show. So when you put that out of the way, let the tour of the island begin.
Oh, I think this is about to be the best part of the broadcast. Wouldn't you say so? But Edward wasn't hearing what the other engines thought. They were just about to drift off to sleep when suddenly something caught their attention coming from the television. There, broadcasting on the BBC network, were Henry, Gordon, and James right on camera.
Bust my boiler. I don't believe it.
That looks like us.
Great, now I have guilt.
1 hour later, the broadcast was coming to an end as the big engines stared in awe.
Well, there you have it, folks. The island of Sodor is a peaceful environment where all of the engines are treated amazingly thanks to the helping of the one and only Sir Charles Popham Hatt. Thanks for watching the broadcast, and tonight on BBC One, a double helping of Woody Woodpecker and friends. Thank you.
After tonight's viewing experience, for the rest of the night, Gordon, James, and Henry remained respectfully silent.
Take care of me, twins. This is my day. Busy feeding two babies who seem okay. But this one is drooling. Does your tummy hurt? Oh, excuse me. Did you just drool on my shirt? I'm rushing around, taking care of these two. With new little twins, there's so much to do. Uh-oh, is that a runny nose I see? Thanks very much. Was that one for me? Take care of me, twins. Keep me on the run. But caring for twins is so much more fun. Take care of me, twins. Make 4 baby sounds.
Well, Russell, we've got more customers where that came from. Start that grill up.
You got it, Dylan.
excuse me, Russell? Well, Russell, looks like these soda drakes are gonna need more than just 1 cup of root beer on the go. Up to it, on the double.
Whatever you say, Dylan.
Well, how do you like that, Dylan? We're all fresh out. And I have a feeling that the customers are not going to be pleased when they hear about this. You don't say. Well, that wouldn't be too big of a problem. We'll just have to go pick up a fresh batch of root beer for next week's shift.
That's a good idea, Dylan. I always knew that you'd be using the old noodle.
Come on, Russell, we better get going. All right, let's get going. Oi! We lost a barrel! What's the matter with you, Russell? There goes one! On you like that, come on! Next time, Russell, please make sure to bundle down the barrels of root beer. Is that too much to ask for?
Garfield, I need your help.
That goes without saying.
We have to tell cats out there about new Alpo cat food.
Hey, cat food is for the unimaginative.
Imagine this. Alpo cat food so full of nutritious proteins, every serving's like a balanced 7-course meal. And the taste.
I'll be the judge of that.
So, Garfield, what would you tell cats about Alpo?
2 demand seconds.
New Alpo cat food, canned and dry varieties, tested and approved.
Now, when it comes to our company, Progressive Insurance Corporation, we specialize in discounts, rate comparisons, and 24/7 live support, all at no extra charge. So does that make any sense to you, Gabby?
It sure does, madam. In fact, there's plenty more where that came from. So, do you think that will cover the insurance?
You enjoying your monster cookie blizzard?
Mm-hmm. But Dad, where do monster cookies come from?
Hey, what do you do with the green M&Ms?
I'm making a special cookie for Gertrude.
It's scary good. The Monster Cookie Blizzard with M&M's. New at Dairy Queen.
What for lunch? It's Hungry Hungry Hippos! Hungry Hungry Hippos! Hungry Hungry Hippos! We love to feed our face. We're Hungry Hungry Hippos. We're eating race.
It's Hungry Hungry Hippos. First to gobble up the most marbles wins.
Hungry Hungry Hippos! We're Hungry Hungry Hippos. We love to feed our face. We're Hungry Hungry Hippos. We're eating race. How's about dessert? We're Hungry Hungry Hippos. Hungry Hungry Hippos. Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
The blend of Nestle's creamy milk chocolate with crunchies tastes just as good as it sounds.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Ali, 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 Nelly, ooh. Ali, Nelly, ooh. Ali, Nelly,
Chuacan?
Chuacan?
Pack it up.
On July 6 of 2024 at the Seekonk Speedway, these Demolition Derby drivers are putting their all into winning the race in order to win $10,000. Can you imagine a couple of Demolition Derby drivers crashing into each other intentionally just to win $10,000? How quaint! Perhaps someday I ought to join in on the Demolition Derby course, but that complexity would be too much for a rabbit, now wouldn't it?
Huh?
Things were sailing rather smoothly. That is, until...
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Willikers. That was a close call. Yeah, what silly things these drivers are. There might have been an injury or something.
Well, it could be worse. It could be just as painful in 3D. Huh. Funny how all that works out in the end.
I mean, you have a driver who's daring to catch up to finish the race, and then just like that, he ends up losing his tire, which has come loose, and ends up crashing into a wall right beneath the audience's feet. I know, dude. I mean, was the Tasmanian devil driving the car?
Was it? The driver suffers no injuries, and the race continues as if nothing happened.
Thank goodness that I never enter into that derby, for my name would have been Crash McDecimator. And it's not.
Was it?
They became both the best of pals and Hollywood legends.
Precisely, especially considering that the last two employees didn't exactly make the possible delivery.
Now, they're going to showcase to you some of their famous bits and the moments from their film successors. Join Darrow Duck, Dakota and Richard, Winford Wolfe, and more in the Inacio Studios original series, The Ryan and Johnny Comedy Show.
Yes, that's right. We, the three bears. Paulson Bear, Lewis Bear, and Bryson Bear. Secret detectives destined to spread justice to the kingdom of Toons. That's right, Toons. Cute, cuddly, winning instant fame, adoration, and acclaim. But today we find out what happens when the laughter stops, when the agent stops calling. For a cartoon character who never had her own show, Kitey has yet to achieve excellence as a rubbery comic hero. The world was ready for a brand new comic book hero character. Thus, Kitey was born. But right away, as she was introduced, people have theorized that she was claimed as a rejected cosplayer. To get people to recognize her, Kitey tried to cross over into action feature films. It was an extremely tall order. Now, as secret detectives destined to spread justice to the kingdom of Toons, we now go live on the scene to see what our special guest star's problem could be.
To put it simply, rejection was following me everywhere I go in every Hollywood casting call. As expected, I tried to provide every superhero role, every single one, specifically overseas. Alas, I didn't make the cut. I still thanked my respective co-stars nonetheless.
As 1 week had passed, Kitey fell into despair and was losing all hope. However, the only avenue left was a surprise just for her. As time was progressing, Kitey was ready for her first training lesson for her act of bravery. This next clip demonstrates the delightful growth between herself and her character.
And don't leave any in the register or I'll get medieval on your butt!
Sir, have you noticed our security cameras?
You don't say. Well, in that case, take me to your leader, or it's rabbit stew for you I'm ready for my close-up now.
Yes, the taste of justice sure is sweet, and Kaidi couldn't agree more. Now, she has found her purpose with the help of Viva and friends. Another case closed from the files of the Three Bears.